Well, hi everybody, this is Kim. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. As promised, this is my video that will talk about my Thanksgiving earnings for Thanksgiving weekend 2021 versus 2022. I'm going to give you all the data, all the information. It was surprising to me that it was so similar both years. It was not what I was expecting. Let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, is Thanksgiving weekend a good paying time to deliver? Well, as I compare both years, they were very similar. It kind of surprised me. Let's go through the earnings and the specifics. I'm going to give you lots of data. I'm going to start with each year, each platform separated. Then I'm going to go over the hourly earnings after that information. I don't have data breaking down how many hours per platform that I deliver. Only the time for the whole multi-app delivery spot. So like basically if I'm out for 3 hours, all 3 apps are on for 3 hours. So I don't separate like, oh, I did Doordash for 2 hours and Grubhub for 1 hour or whatever. It's all kind of considered the same amount of time. Even though I could have that Grubhub app open for 3 hours and not get one offer. It doesn't matter. So I don't keep track separately. It's all one big clump of delivery time. Anyways, this data is very interesting, and I think you'll find it kind of uncanny how similar things were. I really thought this year was going to be a lot worse. But anyways, once you look at the data, I think you're going to find it quite interesting. And you'll see the full picture once I show you side by side all the information. Do you keep track of your earnings? Do you have a spreadsheet with similar data? Do you keep track of different things that I'm not keeping track of? Let me know. I also want to know what you think the results are going to be. I've just already told you that they were very similar, but comment below on what you predict earnings will be as I compare Thanksgiving weekend 2021 to 22. Which year do you think will be higher? Which year do you think I will have done more deliveries? I'm also going to show you the average per delivery earnings. So that's kind of interesting. But which year do you think will have higher per delivery earnings? Oh, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it, and also subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, here we go. This is not going to be super exciting information, as you can tell. It's a bunch of tables, but it will help you visualize exactly what I'm talking about. So this is from 2021. This is the numbers for Thanksgiving weekend. This is Doordash's information. This covers from Wednesday through Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend. Like I said, this is 2021's data. So I wanted to break this down in a way that actually made sense. So I have the shift here, the number of Doordash deliveries. This is how much Doordash paid. This is how much the customer tipped. This is the total amount earned. And I've basically divided this amount by the number of deliveries to come up with a per delivery amount here. So like example, Wednesday evening, I had 7 Doordash deliveries. Doordash paid $33.75. Tips were $55.50. The total was $89.25. And if I divide $89.25 by 7, I got $12.75 per delivery. Friday evening, 6 deliveries. Doordash paid $29.45. The tips were $40.25, which gave a total of $69.70. Per delivery is $11.62. Friday evening, 4 deliveries. Doordash paid $22.95. Tips were $49.50. That was a total of $72.45. The per delivery is $18.11, so that's pretty good. Saturday evening, 3 deliveries. $17.75 from Doordash, $24.50 in tips, $42.25 total. Divided by 3, that equals $14.08 per delivery. And then Sunday during the day, 3 deliveries, $11 from DoorDash, $21 in tips, $32 total, divided by 3 gives us $10.67 per delivery. If I add these all up, we've got 23 deliveries, total DoorDash pay of $114.90, total tips $190.75, and the total from DoorDash for that 5-day period is $305.65. Divide this number by 23, that equals $13.29 was the approximate, I don't know what you want to call it, per delivery. It averaged out to $13.29, which is not terrible. Okay, here's the Grubhub data. Same weekend, same shifts, basically same thing, just different data. Wednesday evening, only 1 delivery, $10.15 from Grubhub, $2 in tips, which equaled $12.15. Friday during the day, we had 1 delivery, $8.95 from Grubhub, $6 in tip, $14.95 total. So here's Friday evening, 2 deliveries, $16.45 from Grubhub, $11.50 in tips. That came to $27.95. You divide that by 2, it's $13.98 per delivery. Saturday evening, 3 deliveries, $35.53 from Grubhub, $11 in tips, $46.53 was the total. Divide by 3, that's $15.51 per delivery. And Sunday during the day, 1 delivery, $9.60 Grubhub paid, $3 in tips, so $12.60 was the amount for that one. Add them all up, there were 8 total deliveries from Grubhub, $80.68 from Grubhub, $33.50 in tips, $114.18 is the total, divided by 8 equals $14.27. So a little bit better than DoorDash, but not nearly as much volume of orders. Uber Eats. So this is the same data, 2021. From Wednesday to Sunday, we've had 1 delivery Wednesday evening, $9.24 from Uber, $15.53 in tips, $24.77 total, which was nice. That was a nice big tip. Friday during the day, 1 delivery, $8.29 from Uber, $5.15 tips, $13.44 was the total. Nothing on Friday evening. Saturday evening, $5.51. There was 1 delivery, $5.51 from Uber, $10 tip, $15.51. And Sunday during the day, there was 1 delivery, $8.60 from Uber, $5.20 from the customer, $13.80 total. If we add these all up, I had a total of 4 deliveries from Uber Eats, $31.64 for the Uber pay. The tips were $35.88. The total $67.52 divided by 4 equals $16.88 per delivery. So higher than Grubhub and DoorDash, but only 4 deliveries. Okay, now here's 2022 numbers for Thanksgiving weekend. This is DoorDash's data. So that was from this year. Wednesday evening, 3 deliveries, $19 DoorDash pay, $15.04 from tips, $34.04 is the total, divided by 3 equals $11.35 per delivery. Friday during the day, it's Black Friday, so we had 1 delivery, $8.75 DoorDash, $6 in tips, $14.75 total. Friday evening, 2 deliveries, $10 from DoorDash, $14.50 from customers, $24.50 is the total, divided by 2 equals $12.25. Saturday evening, 2 deliveries, $10.50 from DoorDash, $18.75 in tips, $29.25 total, divided by 2 is $14.63. Sunday during the day, 4 deliveries, $30.50 from DoorDash, $19.75 from tips, $50.25 is the total, divided by 4 equals $12.56. We add them all up. We've got 12 deliveries, $78.75 from DoorDash, $74.04 in tips, $152.79 total, and that if we divide that by 12, we come down to $12.73 is the per delivery. Don't worry, I'm going to show you some more data side by side so you can kind of compare things. I'm just going through this. Thought this would be the easiest way to illustrate it. Okay, here's Grubhub's data. Nothing on Wednesday Eve. Friday during the day, 2 deliveries, $25.93 from Grubhub, 14 in tips, $39.93 total, divided by 2, $19.97 per delivery. Friday evening, 2 deliveries, $22.60 from Grubhub, $9 in tips, $31.60 total, divided by 2 is $15.80 per delivery. Saturday evening, 2 deliveries, $38.14 from Grubhub, $10 in tips, $48.14 divided by 2 gives us $24.07 per delivery, which is fantastic. Sunday during the day, 2 deliveries, $14.25 from Grubhub, $6 in tips, $20.25 was the total, divided by 2 is $10.13. Add them all up, we've got 8 deliveries, $100.92 Grubhub pay, $39 in tips, total $139.92 divided by 8 equals $17.49. So that's better than Doordash. Here is our Uber Eats data for this year, Wednesday through Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend. Nothing Wednesday evening. Friday during the day we had one, $6.29 from Uber, $5.74 in Uber tips. The customer tips actually came to $12.03, and this is a typo. That's actually $12.03 per delivery. Friday evening, 3 deliveries, $19.63 from Uber, $21.55 from the customer, equals $41.18. Total, we divide that by 3, it's $13.73 per delivery. Saturday evening, 1 delivery, $8.04 from Uber, $10.81 in tips, $18.85 total. That was a pretty decent one. Sunday during the day, 3 deliveries, $26.34 from Uber, $14.10 in tips, $40.44 total, divided by 3, that equals $13.48. Add them all up, we've got 8 deliveries, $60.30 from Uber, $52.20 from tips, total was $112.50. We divide that by 8, comes to $14.06 total per delivery. Okay, so now we're going to compare things a little bit differently. So I'm going to compare the total pay and hourly pay, 2021 through 2022. Here I have 21's data, and here's 22 data. So like I said before, this clump of time includes all of the platforms. I don't have the data separated. So my now you can see here I did 2 shifts on Wednesdays here, so it's really kind of hard to apples because I have kind of different shifts, except for Friday Eve, Saturday Eve, and Sunday day. Well, here's a Wednesday Eve. So they're kind of, you get the idea. Anyways, so for 2021, so the Wednesday evening pay was $126.17 for all platforms. I was out for 3 hours and 15 minutes. And hourly, that works out to $38.82. So I basically took the total pay and divided it by the number of hours, and that's how I got this number. Friday during the day, $98.09 divided by 3 is $32.70. Friday evening, $100.40 divided by 3 hours is $33.47 an hour. Saturday evening, $104.29 divided by 2.75 hours equals $37.92 an hour. Sunday during the day, $58.40. I divide that by 2 hours, and that gives me $29.20 per hour. So this is 2022's total pay hourly, right? Wednesday day, $34.04 for 1 hour, so it was $34.04 an hour. Wednesday evening, $66.71. That was 1.75 hours. That equals $38.12 per hour. Friday evening, $97.28 divided by 2.5 gives us $38.91 an hour. Saturday evening, $96.24 divided by 2 hours is $48.12. That was pretty good. Sunday day, $110.94 divided by 3.5 hours gives us $31.70 an hour. So you can kind of look at this and just briefly see, like here's Wednesday night and here's Wednesday night. $38.82 last year, $38.12 this year. Friday evening, $33.47 an hour last year. Friday evening, $38.91 per hour, so it's better this year. $37.92 an hour last Saturday, on 2021 Saturday evening of Thanksgiving weekend, and this year was $48.12, so much better this year. Hourly, I'm talking about the hourly. I'm not talking about the total amount. So you see, I made more here, but I made more per hour here. Sunday during the day, this was $29.20 in 2021, and a Sunday during the day I made $31.70 per hour. in more time though, 33.5 hours. So you kind of get the picture here. But here's one more thing I wanted to talk about. So I'm going to compare the total deliveries and the earnings per delivery, 2021 versus 2022. So once again, 2021 is on the left here. So we have the Wednesday evening total pay, $126.17. We had 9 deliveries during that time. So per delivery averages to $14.02. So we're going to do the same thing. I don't need to go through each one, but you can kind of see. Here's Wednesday evening here. So that was $16.68 per delivery, but it was only $66 versus $126. So even though this was better per delivery, I made more money here. So after we add these all up and divide them by the amount of deliveries, so in 2021, I averaged $13.92 per delivery. In 2022, add these all up, divide by 28, I earned an average of $14.47 per delivery. So made more money per delivery, did fewer deliveries. So essentially the money is less, but I don't know why I didn't put the totals here. Anyways, but you get the idea. So this year I worked less, but made more per delivery. Okay, so here's a summary. Total deliveries in 2021, 35, and I did 28 in 2022. Total hours delivered in 2021, 14 versus 10.75 in 2022. Now here's the money. So in 2021, I made $487.35 on those 5 days. In 2022, I made $405.21 in those 5 days. Here I worked 14 hours. Here I worked 10.75 hours. So I made $80 more here, but I also worked almost about 3 more hours. So anyways, per delivery earnings in 2021 was $13.92 versus $14.47 in 2022. I was actually shocked that the numbers were so similar year to year. This year felt really slow compared to last year. I made slightly more earnings per delivery and less hours worked in 2022, but also lower total earnings by about $80, right? Now, I am a different delivery person than I was last year. Last year, there were a lot more offers available. It was a lot busier. It was a different world. This year, you've got to really use your brain. You got to really be smart about multi-apping and picking the best deliveries and not wasting time, basically. I think that as I become more, I don't want to say just experience, but it's not just experience, it's also knowing the market. It's knowing what's out there. It's not taking the crappy orders, not going to the restaurants that you're going to sit there for hours, not going to the delivery locations that are hard to find, the houses. It's all of it all put together. So my time now, I'm using it more efficiently and I'm making more money per hour as a whole in general. So the generalization, obviously, it's not going to happen every single hour, but the time I'm out there, I think I'm making more money per hour. I'm driving less miles. I am doing less work than I did to make the same money before. I think that's my takeaway from all this. It's interesting. Are your numbers similar? Did your experience match mine? Do you even keep track? I'd be so interested to hear what you have to say. Please put some comments down below with your experience and what you think of my experience. And if you think that it was interesting, it was what you expected. I really love to read the comments, so please put something down below. I would really appreciate that. Anyways, I want to wish you happy holidays. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for visiting my channel. Appreciate it very, very much.